I'm saying? It's all good, baby, baby. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Something pepper.
This video, which is part of the series The Rise and Fall of the Diddy Empire, did Ciroc's corporate parent, Diageo, promote Debra Crew as the interim CEO back in March 2023, 2 months before Puffy's lawsuit was filed against them, because they knew P Diddy's unspeakable, horrific scandal involving bad behavior against women was about to hit the fan later.
3 is the first time I have presented results as CEO of Diageo. I was appointed in early June, taking over from our much loved and respected former CEO, Sir Ivan Menezes, who passed away. On behalf of the Diageo family, I would like to thank you and express our appreciation for your condolence messages during this challenging period as we mourn the loss of Ivan.
By the way, Diddy's liquor products come under his Combs Wines and Spirits LLC corporation. He had a maze of them, by the way, a whole bunch of amazing, long story short. Also, what was the true nature of the Ciroc joint venture agreement? Did Sean Combs underestimate the influence of the powerful Diageo executives and Rothschild family? I bring this up because King Charles of England, a favorite of the Rothschilds, had just made the outgoing and late Diageo CEO, Sir Ivan Menezes, a royal knight in January 2023, the first month of the year of Diddy's downfall. How did the old France family behind Ciroc survive the French Revolution when most other businesses at the time went bankrupt as the national economy collapsed in the late 1780s? Pay attention. That's when you start discovering the secretive network of old money. They have been protecting each other for thousands of years. There's the business you see from the public view, and the business you don't see because you're not in their special club, including Diddy. In my opinion, I think Puffy, though street smart, is a bit of a sore loser and hates to admit defeat, as his track record shows. In this video series, I will show how his slumping liquor brand, Ciroc, finally hit rock bottom in 2022, coming in last place among Diageo's premium liquors. Casamigos, which is much younger than Ciroc, technically was in last place, but only because it's new, and the sales volume, aka depletion, was not like the much older Ciroc. Diddy never admitted that he just doesn't understand luxury brand building the way he thinks. This is a shame because it's a case of pride coming before the fall if you don't consult with the right experts in branding. So, sit back and watch the shocking, strange tale of how P Diddy thought he was God, as his friend said, and went up against old European money and lost in the most spectacular crash of a once lucrative liquor ambassadorship and joint venture. This is that eyes wide shut kind of secretive backdoor business dealing that most of you will never get involved in. The main problem with the Diddy liquor deal with Diageo is that the annual numbers for Ciroc and DeLeon were sinking in 2022. The owners of Diageo mainly care about money. Sales is sales. People buy what they want, and they weren't wanting Ciroc like they did anymore. I personally surveyed several friends over the years who go to the clubs, lounges, and restaurants that serve Ciroc and DeLeon and all that kind of good stuff. Ciroc in particular had a few years when it was popping, but it fell off. Why? Why did it fall off? It was more of a fad instead of building a premium brand over time, which is an important distinction. Pay attention. Diddy used racism as a power card, but perhaps he overemphasized branding Ciroc in clubs that skewed too young, instead of focusing on higher-end brothers and sisters such as myself. Personally, I do shots from time to time. When I first caught wind of Ciroc back in the day, the Ciroc trend, it was mainly targeted at sisters who go out on girls' night out, mostly preferring a mix of vodka and some sweet juice, which a lot of well-paid gentlemen like myself are just not into. After a few years, I just didn't see it talked about like it once was. Kind of like what happened to the Sean John clothing label, which I'll discuss in the upcoming video. Here's an excerpt from blackentrepreneur.profile.com that sums up Diddy's lack of true business savvy, though he has a good street hustler's mindset. Quote, Sean Diddy Combs has inked a 50-50 multi-year deal to market the Ciroc vodka brand that could net him more than $100 million, unquote. I'm assuming they meant per year, not really the entire life of the contract, but I'll continue. Quote, under the terms of the deal, Sean Combs and Sean Combs Enterprises, which is now Combs Global, by the way, will take the lead on all U.S. brand management decisions for Ciroc, while sharing in the future profits of the growth. This exclusive collaboration is a first for the spirits industry. Sean Combs has a proven track record of developing high-end brands, and we expect his alliance with Ciroc to follow suit, said Debra Kelly-Ennis, Chief Marketing Officer, Diageo North America. We are confident that Sean and his team are the right partners to further enhance the luxury profile of Ciroc, unquote. Now, keep Debra's name in mind, as her business relationship with P Diddy will play an important role later in this video. For Diageo to put this much trust in Diddy meant they probably took out what's called key man insurance on him, which is where a company protects high-profile investments in strategic executives and individual partners in case of death or other kinds of failures. This also means they did an extensive background check on Puffy and knew his violent and criminal dark past. Oh yes, they ain't no fools now. Continuing, quoting Puffy here, quote, it is an honor and a privilege for me to partner with Diageo on this joint venture. I pride myself on the company I keep and will only work with the best. My extensive track record as a brand builder ranges from cultivating music careers and creating a lifestyle fashion brand to launching 2 signature fragrances and producing a hit television show, all of which have given me the necessary skills needed to establish a luxury brand. I am confident that this alliance with Ciroc will be a success, unquote. Now, if this quote is correct, then he doesn't understand the true principles of business or luxury brand building, which is probably why his premium liquors could not survive the fad phase. Having exposure and reach in the media helps greatly in the beginning, like all fads and trends, when most new brands fail. But a long-term marketing strategy is more than just product placement in hit music, reality TV shows, party, hotel resorts, and nightclubs. There's a bit of science behind aligning a premium product, let me say that again, behind aligning a premium product with the discriminating taste of the world's wealthiest people. It takes years to build their trust in your brand's exclusivity, something Ciroc and DeLeon did not perfectly achieve under Diddy's channel. Ciroc has nonetheless caught on with some high-income individuals in spite of Diddy, not because of Diddy, as many online social media comments and posts prove. So, with that as a backdrop, let's dig into the old money side of Diageo to really understand why Diddy had no clue what mysterious, ancient group of old money masters he was up against. That's coming up in part 2 of this Diddy vs. Diageo mini-series. Be sure to like and subscribe so we can walk you down the dark tunnels and maze of the people behind Diageo that Diddy thought he could fight on his own. Take care. Want to put your product or service in front of the best, brightest, and affluent in our community for the fall holiday shopping season? You know where to find us. Send a message to get started right now. The clock is ticking.